and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of whatever ages you are that are allowed to watch this product. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
A lot of people
digging
make
that
me
shirt,
feel,
man.
I do too, man. I wore my FTR shirt at Memphis Wrestling this past weekend.
There you go. I'm digging that shirt, though, man. That was an awesome birthday present, huh?
Awesome.
All right.
I've been blessed with a lot of friends, man, and got a couple little personal happy birthdays this morning from King Carl Fergie.
There you go.
And Tommy Wildfire Rich.
There you go. I always get one from Mr. TJ Wilson and a few other fine folks that reach out to me and say happy birthday every year on my birthday as well. Of course, you, number one. You're my most important.
I usually try to stay up as late as I can, but, I'm getting to that age where I can't do that no more.
Man, let's not talk about that age because we spent all day out in the sun yesterday. It's 102 degrees here in Louisiana, and I posted the pictures of the fence. We was working on that fence, and which we still ain't done. We got most of the one side over here done, but we still got a little bit over here to do. Mm-hmm. But what's coming along, boy? It was a pain in the ass. So
yeah, it's about 170. It's about 175 up here.
Yeah, I know, man. It's hotter than hell. I'm ready to go down to the beach or the pool or something. It's ridiculous. I'm so sore this morning. Mother-in-law just recently moved in with us, and I woke up this morning and she said, "You all right?" I said, "How are you feeling?" She said, "I'm wore out." I said, "I can barely move. My hips hurt, my back hurts, my arms hurt, my hands hurt." I blistered. I blistered real bad yesterday out there in that sun. But, boy, it was something. But it's a work in progress.
We ain't used to being out in that sun.
I'm getting tan, man. I'm getting tan. I like it. I like being tan. I look like a little Mexican baby when I get good and tan.
I used to back in the day when I was young.
See, I have to burn before I tan these days because I've gotten so old that I have to burn before I actually tan. But we'll talk about your birthday today. I see that you went and got your shave. And your haircut.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me come back to you.
I had to look. I don't have a whole lot of hair, and what I do have is a little thin.
I know.
And
right?
I told her, and I told her, and I kind of wanted the little fade kind of thing and go into the beard, and she hooked me up, took out a bunch of scragglies and stuff, and lined it up. So I just thought I'd treat myself.
I need to get somebody to professionally make me look sexy. I mean, you look good. If just trying to make your ugly ass look good, I need to go get my ugly ass looking good.
Well, it's sometimes God works miracles.
He worked one a day.
Yeah, no shit. I told Mom, she came in from work. I said, the least thing you can do on your son's birthday is let your son go take you out to eat for breakfast. So me, Mom,
didn't pass that up, did she?
Oh, hell no. Me, Mom, and the niece went out for breakfast and everything and had a good time and got back and got up there and to get my hair cut. And I was a little nervous about it, man. I ain't had nobody really. I'd never really sat down at a beauty shop, barber shop, whatever you want to call them now.
Right.
In about 25 years.
Yeah, I hadn't been to a barber shop in a long time. I do it all myself.
That's what I've been doing, but I really wanted this because I don't want to shave it because I think it looks good.
Right.
And it covers up my 3 chins. And
yeah, I know it covers up my 2 chins over here that I got going on. I'll tell you.
So I mean, I liked it. I like what they did, and my sister my sister called me at 6:00 this morning. And yeah, I didn't answer the phone either. And my niece was with me, and she took a picture of me in the chair. And she said, "It's about time he gets a real haircut."
Right. That brings back, if you remember old Mike, the doorman from MCW, that brings back the memory. He would always before the shows would start during intermission, he'd always have them playing "Get a Haircut and Get a Real Job." That was one of my Friday night memories of Osceola. Is Mike would go over and make sure they'd play "Get a Haircut and Get a Real Job," and it just cracked me up.
Look, I remember, God, it was funny because we'd turn around and Dog would be like, "Hey, go turn some music on." I'm like, "Well, what kind of music you want me to play?" He said, "I don't care anything as long as it's country."
Right.
I'm like, "Wait, hold on." I mean, can I not play some like old rock? No, it's got to be country. Okay, whatever you want.
Yeah, and I get it. I mean, most people around that area, if you turn on some rap music, they're going to be offended because they just don't have the taste for it. Me, I don't give a shit. I like old rock. I like a little bit of rap. I like it all. I can listen to anything.
Well, yesterday while I was at work, a couple of guys have been driving their bikes out there.
Yeah.
And one guy, I swear to God, he had some love making music going on. I said, "Well, I know what that man going home to do."
But so we've talked about the heat, mother-in-law moving in. You seen your mom's gonna have surgery tomorrow.
Yeah, we got to go. She's getting it's a trial basis.
Okay.
So we got to take her back on the 30th to get it pulled back out of her. But they're putting a nerve conductor in her.
Oh, wow.
In her back. And if it works, they're going to put her in for a permanent one.
Damn.
Which, if you know, my dad's wife, she had one done. But it took years and years to finally find somebody that could do this.
Right.
And put it in. She'd hurt herself and has been miserable for so long. And they finally found somebody in this country. And now it's like it's normal now.
Yeah. Now a lot of things that weren't normal back in the day are more normal.
I mean, they were traveling to Florida and everywhere else and could not find anybody.
Y'all will have to let me know how that goes because it's something I'd like to look into. I mean, for my neck and back, if that would help. Your mom's got a lot of back problems.
Well, I'll definitely keep you in touch with you tomorrow.
Definitely. Yeah, send in prayers.
I got a 4-day weekend here, and everybody's like, "Boy, I hope you enjoy your 4 days off." I said, "Yeah, I've got to go to the doctor twice on my birthday. Then I got to go take my mom for a little procedure on Friday."
Right.
Yeah, I'm enjoying these 4 days off.
Right. Yeah, that's how me and my wife's days off go. She's having her surgery on July 28th. My family's coming in for the 7th through the 11th to visit for summer vacation. We went on our vacation, which was just like a 3-day stopover in Panama, and since we've been back, I'm limited on what I can do and lift and shit. But I've been struggling to get this yard finished since the hurricane hit. Waiting on
now it's hurricane season, so.
Right, and my dogs are going crazy, and I need to get them out in the yard. And so I've been busting balls out here trying to get this fence fixed. And mother-in-law's been real helpful. Glad she's here, but let's.
That's cool.
Some shit up here. I'll throw out our sponsors real quick.
I even got my Lex Luger doll, and
there you go.
Mom looked and she's like, "Oh, you got one of them cooker things, huh?" I said, "Yeah, Mom, sure did."
Got your autograph Lex Luger and
Triple H.
I got my road dog up here. If you can't tell, I've redone the office. I'm sitting over here by the window now where I can watch the fence when I get it up.
Well, how was that storm the other day?
It didn't even hit us. Oh, you talking about the one that caused the power to go out? That one was rough. I think it lasted for about an hour and a half after we got off the air. Power kept flicking on and off. I had to go reset the breaker and ended up tripping some breakers because the kids kept trying to turn shit back on. It made me some more fucking work, I'll tell you that. It snapped 2 of my fence posts in half out here, so I got to dig holes now and put 2 new fence posts down at some point due to that storm. There were straight line winds of about 50 to 60 miles per hour.
Hey, this ain't no shit. let me tell you. So I got this guy that works for me.
Yeah.
Great dude, awesome person. Uh, he's pastor, and
I thought you
he
said a bastard.
no, no, and he sells insurance too.
Oh, okay.
So I bought some fire insurance
Oh Lord.
because I live in Paragould and I live in an old house, and if
Shit likes
something
to
was to
burn down
happen,
over there.
and if something happens, I want to make sure that we're taken care of. You know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
If you wouldn't think this, but the day that I bought the insurance,
Oh
I
dear.
come home, the damn water heater goes out. The hot water heater goes out and
Yep.
floods out the utility room. I bought,
You got
and you
flood
wonder
insurance?
why I bought it. And you wonder why I bought it.
I'll tell you, man. It is one thing after another. Um, we won't even get into it on our end here. Let's get started. Ace is veteran owned and operated custom belts, custom boots. I still am debating on getting me a pair of these replica boots from Andre the Giant just because I think they're cool as shit. Of course, Mad Rabbit, madrabbit.com. Code Divine20 saves you 20%. Appreciate everybody that's been going over and buying. That's awesome. I've got some more stuff on the way for me. My Slam Buddies are on the way. Check them out. That's the best I'll ever look. I'll never look that sexy again.
Yes. And young.
Right? I know. That's pre-beard. Don't forget, if you're down in the Dothan, Alabama area at all for the July 4th weekend, check out the crossing at Big Creek. The Fan Fest. Dr. Tom will be there. And here's one of our main topics for today. We're going to talk a little bit about Forbidden Door. And I'm going to go ahead and close this off, bring it back up to you and me so they can see our sexy faces. If you got any questions, throw them in them damn comments. Share, subscribe, do all that good shit. Go buy something from one of our awesome sponsors at Mad Rabbit or over at Rep Sports. Definitely Rep Sports, man. Their energy drinks have been keeping me going the past few days. Their Hyper Sleep has helped me sleep pain-free. When I take it, it takes me right out, and it's good. I get a good night's sleep when I take it. I don't take it most nights because I like to be up early to help with the kids. My wife leaves. I got a Boston butt sitting in my smoker right now. We went down to the Pepper Palace, and I got some Chipotle. It's Chipotle maple rub and some mocha rub. And if you do a 50-50 mix, it tastes real good. Jerry did it on a side of ribs. So I did it on my butt today, and I put some watermelon barbecue on it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Right. And it is in the smoker. It'll be in the smoker until about 6:30, 7 o'clock tonight, and then we'll pull it out for dinner and eat it up. But I'll probably go put a little bit more barbecue on it a little after we get off the air today, and I'll post pictures of it when I pull it out so everybody can see how that butt turns out.
Yeah, definitely. I want to see a picture.
Definitely. I'll have to let you know how it turns out. We got Mom bought some. Let's see. She bought some blackberry barbecue. I got me some key lime. Everybody knows I love key lime. I love key lime pie. I love key lime rum cream rum. Man, I can make some key lime cheesecake. It's great. I had thought about doing some cooking shit on here one time, but let's jump in here. We know Vince McMahon is having trouble. We'll talk about that today too. We'll definitely dig in. I'm hearing rumors that Sasha Banks has not been released, but last I heard, she had been released. Camp WWE.
I heard she got released in April. Is what they were saying.
Before the
They've been
walkout?
working on it since. They've been working on it for a while.
I know
Maybe
her lawyers had been on it, but
so what I understand, she has been booted. Is that a proper way to put it?
Yeah, booted, kicked to the curb. Rhea Ripley has got an injury. She is not medically cleared to compete. Brain tooth injury. I don't know.
She's having should have braces put in.
Oh, okay. So that would make sense. But I was gonna say she's been having some problem. Um, but let's dive into this. Now I'm sure you watched AEW last night.
Yes.
Um, and we'll just kind of we'll really not gonna do the results on it. What I want is they kind of they built for more matches for Forbidden Door. Um,
Yeah.
we've got Tanahashi and Moxley, which is going to be a phenomenal match. You've got the 4-way for the Mid Atlantic Championship. That's going to be a phenomenal match. Um, Daniel Bryanson now announcing that he is out. He was actually he's out of Blood and Guts and Forbidden Door.
Right.
He was going to take on Zack Sabre Jr., but he's actually going to handpick his replacement to take on Zack Sabre Jr., which, by all accounts, I think if we'd have got Daniel Bryan and Zack Sabre Jr., I think that probably would have stole the show.
What do you think it'll be?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know who in the company. Maybe Yuta?
Yuta's working another match.
Okay, true. I don't know. Then maybe one of the Red Dragon boys.
I
don't know.
I'm thinking of Omega.
Maybe he may bring Omega out. Yeah.
Or it might be Kyle O'Reilly.
See, that's what I was thinking. I was leaning toward the Red Dragon boys. I was thinking O'Reilly because O'Reilly's a damn good technical wrestler, and I think him and Zack Sabre Jr. would be a really good match. I found it funny that they waited until last night to bring Okada in. I mean, we're pay-per-view Sunday, and they kept dragging their feet and not letting anybody know whether Okada was going to be a part of this big cross-brand show. And finally, they brought Okada in last night, and they set up it's Jay White versus Okada versus Cole versus Hangman is the way I understood it.
Mm-hmm.
In a 4-way.
The IWGP World Title.
Right. Now we know Switchblade probably going to win because he just won that. And if he doesn't, I figure it'll be Okada winning it back. But I don't see it being either one of the AEW guys winning that match. For the simple fact it's not an AEW title. That, and I think, New Japan likes to keep the belt on somebody for a while when they put it on them. That's one thing I will say about New Japan. They try to give them a decent little reign as champion. I like the new belt design for IWGP Championship. That's pretty neat the way it's made. It's the 5th variation of that belt. I liked the other one. I loved the other one. I'll just be honest because it had on the side plates. I don't know if anybody's ever noticed, but on the side plates, it had like the champions listed. Every previous champion was listed on the side plates, and so it makes sense why they moved away from it because they've had so many champions now. You can't list them all on there. There's not enough side plates.
I know. If you pay attention to Jay White's entrance package,
yes,
it'll tell you that he's like the 68th person to win the world title, the second person to win the U.S. title, shit like that. So I thought that was pretty fucking cool myself.
Yeah, they take a lot of pride in in their championships in New Japan. That's one thing that I really like. But man, we got to see Silas Young last night take on Hangman. It was a pretty decent little match. Christian Cage spoke. He's turned heel. Pretty much last night was more of a promotional package, really, for Forbidden Door. They really brought it together.
I've seen a lot of negative feedback.
I have too.
I'm seeing a lot of
Hey,
feedback, and people need to look at it this way. Don't look at it as two promotions coming together to put on one show.
right,
This is an AEW show,
right.
and they're wanting to work with IWGP and or New Japan Pro Wrestling or whatever the hell the way you want to call it.
Right.
Because there's a reason why it's called the IWGP. But they're trying to give you something different.
Yeah, I mean they're trying to do what WWE.
Other than their regular 4 pay-per-views a year.
Right, and they're trying to give you a better show. I do find it to be absolutely insane that they're running a pay-per-view on Sunday and then they're throwing blood and guts on the air Wednesday night. I do find that to be just, I don't know, nuts in my opinion. But again, we're taking questions today as well. So if anybody has questions or comments, type them out, put them in there. We'll answer your questions. So far, here's what we're looking at for Sunday, unless they add anything to it. We're looking at the interim AEW World Championship match being Jon Moxley versus Hikaru Tanahashi. Throwback to Eddie and Doug Gilbert last night with the brawl. I don't know if you heard about that. The elongated brawl at ringside while the two guys did the stare off in the ring. That was a throwback.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, it's like two guys that don't give a shit.
Right. They're just standing there looking at each other like, man, everybody's out here looking like fucking retards fighting. And we're in here just talking like normal people. You know, what's going down. And then we've got the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, Jay White, who is the champion, taking on Hangman, Okada, and Cole in a 4-way. Also in a 4-way, the AEW All-Atlantic Championship will be decided. It'll be Pac, however you want to say his name, versus Miro versus Malachi Black versus Ishii. Tomohiro Ishii.
I think that'll be stiff as hell.
I do too. Especially with Ishii being in there. Ishii don't like to play.
But I think that match will go to God's favorite wrestler.
You're picking Miro. Let me get my notebook out here. Let's
see how good I do here.
Let's see the AEW title. Oh shit, this pen sucks. I need a different pen. Hold on. It's one in fine points. I don't like in fine points. Oof. Especially not on my notepad. All right. So Jon Moxley or Ishii? Or Tanahashi, sorry.
Oh, Moxley.
So Mox. IWGP title.
Jay White.
White, all right. Let's see here. You said for the Atlantic or the All Atlantic, whatever. Miro. That's exactly what I was thinking, honestly, because I don't see Malachi Black. It would be good for him to be heel and champion, but Miro's heel, and I think he'll be a good champion. We also have the IWGP US title, which is Will Ospreay versus Orange Cassidy.
Ospreay.
Okay. If you have not watched the match that I put up of Ospreay versus Nick Wayne, the 16-year-old rookie sensation that has signed with AEW, you're missing out because let me tell you, dude, that match, I was on the edge of my seat.
We got to see a little bit last night what Orange Cassidy and Will Ospreay could do together.
And seeing
that shit was fire, dude.
Orange Cassidy can fucking go when he wants to.
Right.
So him and Ospreay, I think, are going to tear the fucking house down. Watching him with Nick Wayne, that was the future of pro wrestling. That just man, I was taken with that match. It was incredible. I don't know. It was just incredible in my opinion. We've got the AEW Women's Championship. Thunder Rosa, Toni Storm. Who you got?
Rosa.
Man, I'm leaning towards Storm. Now, I may be wrong. I may be wrong, but I'm leaning towards Storm for the simple fact that they've had the issues with, Thunder Rosa, having issues in the locker room. Now, this next match is very, very interesting to me. Not one, but two titles are on the line here. This, in my opinion, is one that I'm really looking forward to. We've got FTR, who are the Ring of Honor champions, putting their belts up on the line against the IWGP Tag Team Champions, United Empire, Great O'Khan, and Jeff Cobb versus Roppongi Vice. And before you make your pick, I just want to say, I don't expect this to be like FTR versus the Briscoes, but I expect it to be somewhere near the same caliber of a match, with the fact that FTR is just fucking on fire. They are the AAA Tag Team Champions, the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. They've been AEW Tag Team Champions. They've been WWE Tag Team Champions. I really think they've got it. I may be wrong.
I'm picking FTR all the way anyway.
I mean, I don't see, unless Roppongi Vice somehow pulls this out. And I like Trent Beretta and I love Rocky Romero. Rocky Romero's a hell of a worker. But I just feel like FTR has made the statement they want those IWGP tag titles. That's the only set of tag titles that's eluded them. They've held every major company set of tag titles except for the IWGP. And I feel like now's the time.
Did you see the picture of them this past weekend?
Did I see the picture of them?
Yeah.
No. What happened? What picture?
Up northeast.
Yeah.
They wrestled a couple guys. It may be a couple AEW guys. They ended up wrestling. But FTR wrestled in that match. And they had a manager.
Oh yeah, Bret Hart. Yeah.
Bret Hart.
I did see where they had Bret Hart finally manage them. So I don't know if maybe that's something that's going to come later on in AEW as well. But I'm really leaning toward FTR taking those both sets of tag belts home because, like I said, they're already AAA Tag Team Champions. They're Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. Now, they don't carry the AAA belts with them everywhere like they do the Ring of Honor belts, but they are AAA Tag Team Champions right now as well. So, I mean, they'll be triple champions if they win this match. I don't see them not winning this match. I love FTR.
I don't see them taking the Ring of Honor title from them.
I don't either. So I see they have to win. They have to win. We have a comment from XSW Dread. He says it's going to be Cesaro versus Zack Sabre Jr. If that is true, that would be an incredible fucking match.
That would be off the fucking chain.
That would probably be
one of those.
That would be one of those show stealer moments, in my opinion, because I love Cesaro. Cesaro is a beast in the ring. Zack Sabre Jr., fucking great technical wrestler. Love it. If that's who it is, that'd be great.
I used to watch him all the time.
Right? You got Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Minoru Suzuki. Love the Murder Grandpa. Can't get enough of him. He's fucking awesome. Versus Eddie Kingston, Wheeler Yuta, and Shato Uma. I'm leaning toward, and this is only because they have Minoru Suzuki in their corner, I'm leaning toward Jericho and them winning this.
Me too.
And losing blood and guts.
Me too.
That's just my opinion. I may be wrong. And then, of course, Zack Sabre Jr. versus Daniel Bryan's mystery opponent. His hand-picked mystery opponent. He says, only saying, as remember ROH versus CZW when Daniel and Cesaro were against each other, it only makes sense for Cesaro to join the Lord and Guts team. The I guess he meant Blood and Guts team. That would
That'd
make
be off the
sense.
fucking chain.
It would be putting Cesaro in there. I know a lot of people say that Cesaro won't come to AEW, something to do with heat with Eddie Kingston. But I don't know. We don't. I haven't even heard any. That's the first mention of a name that I've heard.
I haven't heard anything. That's a
Everybody's
damn
being
good thought. That's a good thing. I mean, they put out there.
right. I mean, there's been they're being really tight-lipped about this show, but nobody knows exactly who Zack Sabre Jr. is facing. I'm gonna say if it is Cesaro, I would see Cesaro getting that victory in his debut. If it is anybody debuting, put it this way: if it's somebody new debuting in AEW to take on Zack Sabre Jr., they will win. That's my pick. I mean, seriously, if it's Cesaro, he wins. If it's not going to be Bray Wyatt, but say for some fucking reason Bray Wyatt comes out there, he wins. But if it's Bobby Fish or Kyle O'Reilly,
Well, Bobby Fish did an injury angle,
right? I know it was Sting and Darby, but I'm just saying if Daniel Bryant picks Kyle O'Reilly for some fucking reason, or say he picks fucking Kenny Omega will win. But if it's anybody that's already actively on the roster, they're going to lose to Zack Sabre Jr. Does that make sense?
I really feel like Kenny's got to start showing up here soon.
Yeah, I felt like him and Okada would have had something. You know what I'm saying? I was leaning toward that because they've really tore down the house. And then you've got the Bullet Club. Young Bucks.
Dudes with attitudes.
Yep. You got Young Bucks, Hikuleo, and El Fatismo taking on the Dudes with Attitudes, Darby Allin, Sting, Shinango Tangaya, and Hamaru Takahashi. Whatever the fuck his name is. I'm going with Bullet Club.
I am too. Unless they use that match to get Sting over or something.
Right. I mean, and even if they do, I don't see it being.
He's Sting jumping off top balconies and shit.
Yeah, he's gonna fucking kill himself. I mean, I'm just saying. Yeah, I know they won't be using Cesaro's real name. They'll go back to, or not his WWE name. They'll go back to his indie name, like most guys do when they come to AEW or whatever. Omega has been advertised for that AEW Quake at the Lake. That's in Minnesota, correct? The Quake at the Lake. I've heard them advertising it, but I haven't seen any names listed.
I don't even know what the hell you're talking about.
It's going to be a Dynamite, I believe, that they are advertising, and they're calling it Quake at the Lake. I don't know. But I think it's in like Minnesota or some shit up there by one of the Great Lakes. Dredd, where the fuck are you from? Oh, that's right. You told me you're from overseas, if I'm not mistaken. I have brain damage. Y'all just ignore me. It's kind of, he says it's kind of like a Road Rager. I mean, it pretty much is. I mean, they've got Road Rager they do for Dynamite. They've got Blood and Guts where they bring in the 2 cage. Then they'll have, Fight for the Fallen or whatever. That'll be in a Dynamite show. Bash at the Beach is a Dynamite show. I hear they're getting ready for a Battle of the Belts 3 later on this year. I think they waste a lot of these great names for regular shows. And if they were to really to put the creative engine behind it and do something, they could really pull something off. I mean, if you want to do Battle of the Belts, when I heard that they were going to do Battle of the Belts, I was thinking, you're going to bring in somebody from New Japan with a belt to take on somebody in your company with a belt. I wasn't thinking that you were going to just have title matches with your guys. I mean, Tony Khan trying to be open-minded about his booking, but
let me ask a question.
Go ahead.
Dredd, is AEW as big as a thing as Impact TNA was, or maybe still is, in the UK?
That is a good question. He says XPW added a celebration for Sabu at their next pay-per-view on Saturday as well. That's cool. That's cool that they're celebrating Sabu. He said AEW is way over now, man.
I was just wondering because I remember
Impact.
TNA always got like, I think the biggest crowd in the United States was like 7,000.
Yeah, but they go overseas and they'd pack a fucking house out.
They go to England and they were strong. 14,
but you know
15,
why?
000.
Because WWE wasn't impacting that market like they are here. That's the thing. And I've heard he said, personally, I enjoy both. Most people like AEW, like I've been Impact since 2007. I like Impact. I enjoyed the Slammiversary. I didn't watch it, but I enjoyed getting to hear that all the guys came back and got to be in it and a part of it and to compliment it.
Kind of wished I would have got it.
Right. I mean, it sounded like they made it kind of worth it. But my thing is, Impact doesn't go overseas as much as they used to. TNA doesn't do as much traveling, or Impact, whatever. But WWE is so hung up on Saudi Arabia right now that they're neglecting everywhere else. So there is a void in the UK.
Money talks, I mean.
Right. I mean, they're getting paid good money to go do the Saudi Arabia thing.
You can pay a guy $3 million to do a match.
Right.
To headbutt the damn ring pole and knock himself fucking cuckoo.
Yeah. I've heard, and this is just hearsay, but I know Brock Lesnar's back. It looks like they're building toward him and Roman again since Cody's out. Now here's the hearsay part. The hearsay part is after the Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns is over, Goldberg's coming back. That's just the hearsay part. I don't know if it's true, but it does seem to kind of be a trend in WWE to keep bringing some of these old timers in.
Well, I mean, it's kind of hard because they really don't have a lot of big baby faces.
But I mean, do you really want to risk Goldberg knocking himself cuckoo again?
Now after what happened Friday night, and I wanted to talk about this, but I mean, we were talking about AEW, but Riddle's a made man.
Who? Oh, Matt Riddle. Yeah.
Him and Roman had an awesome match.
That's what I heard. I don't watch much WWE. I'll be honest with you.
Dude, it was off the fucking chain.
Jeez, I keep hitting my desk. I can't get comfortable today. I'm so sore from working outside yesterday. I got dehydrated. It's miserable. Dredd says, however, WWE is having a pay-per-view in September for the first time in 30 years in his hometown.
Yeah, they're doing the castle thing.
That's right.
I figured Drew McIntyre would be the main event in that one.
Yeah. He says Roman Reigns and Lesnar at Roman Reigns and Lesnar will be at SummerSlam. He says he prefers Lesnar versus Reigns versus Drew versus Lashley in a fatal four-way. I'm still wondering how they're going to pull Money in the Bank off with Cody being out. I'm wondering if you're not right about them bringing Cody out to win the damn thing.
To climb it.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much, and we can deep dive into WWE now. I don't care. The stock is crashing for WWE. I've been monitoring my stock with them. It's going down. Riddle was squashed on Monday against Omos. That's shitty. He had that great match with Roman, and then
he had that awesome match with Roman, and then turned around and loses to Omos.
Yeah, that's Vince McMahon for you, though. I mean,
but the thing is, if you look at it, he came out wrapped up,
right,
like he had took an ass whooping.
and then he got his ass handed to him again. So I don't know if you heard or not, but I know Stephanie is interim CEO. Triple H is back in power in NXT.
Complete power.
Yes. Now does that mean?
I think shit's gonna start getting better.
That's what I'm saying. Do we get to go back to the old NXT, or do we have to keep this?
We're going to keep the new 2-point funky party looking
bullshit
NXT, but the matches are going to be
off the chart. Hopefully, I mean,
a lot better.
And I don't care what the arena looks like; it's the product. And I quit watching NXT because it just got so.
And blah. I like the setup too. I like the setup they got.
Do they still have the cages and shit like the?
No.
See, I like that.
Okay, so like, they've got the big stage,
right?
And then when they come out, you got a section of fans that kind of go down like this.
Yeah.
Like stadium seating.
Yeah.
And it just makes a bowl out of it. And you got the ring in the middle.
Okay.
It's an awesome setup.
I mean,
it's like the crowd's right on top of you.
Right, and that's cool. And I don't care how it's set up as long as they really just let the product be the fucking product. Let it make sense. Let it be like Dredd says, NXT used to be better sometimes than WWE's regular shows because the regular shows are so fucking repetitive. And in NXT you would get such good matches. I mean, granted, they don't have Adam Cole, they don't have Kyle O'Reilly, they don't have some of the guys they had before, but they've still got some pretty good fucking talent. And I mean, if they're gonna throw some of the guys from the main roster back to NXT just to fucking boost NXT up, use them properly.
Sure.
I mean, WWE has such a bad habit, and I love AJ Styles. I've been close to AJ Styles when he was on the Indies forever and a day. My point is, I didn't want AJ to go to WWE because I was so worried that they were just going to bury him. I mean, you look at
that.
Do what?
They did the opposite of that.
Right. They gave him the Royal Rumble. That he had such a big debut and he got a title run and shit. But I mean, you think about some of the great tag teams that have came through there, like look at the Bullet Club, Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows, the Good Brothers. They got a title run, but they didn't get to shine like they did when they were in New Japan. And I get it, WWE is different than New Japan. But Vince has such a bad habit of bringing in the big names on the indies and then just squashing them. And I get it that he has to change the name so that he can market it and own it and all that shit.
There's times where, and you may once you think about it, you'll kind of know what I'm talking about. But they got a thing about pushing their tag team division, and then they got a time where they just kind of forget it. It's kind of like they make the Intercontinental title a big deal, then they turn around, they kind of forget it.
Yep.
Who's got the Intercontinental title now?
I have no clue.
Gunther.
Really?
He just took it off Ricochet.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they're not putting it on anybody with any spice or anything. U.S. title, I mean, they got it on Austin Theory.
Yeah, and they're saying that Austin Theory is going to be the next big thing. I mean, they're really wanting to push him to the moon.
I think he's fixing to get the John Cena rub, so.
Yeah, I do too. I think when Cena comes back, him and Theory is going to kind of. I think he'll be the new version of Cena, but I just.
Who would have thought? Really think about this. Who would have really thought 20 years ago? This guy comes out, slaps the shit out of Kurt Angle, and we could sit here. We could do a whole show about how he had classic matches
Yeah.
with Triple H, Kurt Angle, AJ Styles.
That's the prototype.
And we got all these big, all these awesome matches with him.
Yeah.
And everybody wants to say he's got the 5 moves of doom.
Well, and I mean, he really kind of does, but he can go when he needs to. I mean, it's like another piece of shit that we won't talk about that has the 5 moves of doom. It just what?
He's got 3. Hogan.
Yeah, well, I mean, he literally had 3 fucking moves of doom.
Punch,
that's all he ever
boot, leg drop.
Exactly. And Hogan must pose.
We always finish with Hogan must pose.
Oh, God. Oh, that's horrible. Quake at the Lake. Khan must rent out elementary schoolers to put ridiculous names in hats and goes with the first name he pulls out. Dude, I love it. Daniel Price, glad you could join us today. I had to throw that comment up. That's fucking good shit. I think the same thing about some of Tony Khan's booking, man. I feel like he just puts stupid shit in a hat and pulls it out. That makes sense. He lets the fucking elementary kids do it. That's great. No, really though. I mean, Tony Khan's he's got a great company, but he really just seems to fuck it up sometimes. And talking about WWE being in the fucking hot seat, they're looking at 5 class action lawsuits. I don't see how Stephanie is acting CEO because unless her lawsuit finally got settled, she was in the middle of a lawsuit. Vince and WWE itself are looking at these 5 class action lawsuits. Apparently, he paid more money to get sex than he did to buy WCW.
That's what I'm talking about. That's some good shit right there.
$3 million for a piece of ass, whereas he paid like $1.2 million for WCW, if that. I mean, what the fuck, Vince? Apparently now it's come out that Cena had to sign a non-disclosure agreement with something to do with WWE. I don't know what that's about, but I've heard that that's come out now. There's so much going on in WWE land that it makes you wonder what's going on. And here's Vince, incredibly business smart, right? Coming out and popping the crowd at the start of every show.
Look, someone posted on Facebook the other day,
jacking them ratings up.
Tell me if this is not this would not be the cool part. Let Vince come out there at least one time each show.
Yep.
And just make one little fucking announcement. It ain't got to be nothing big.
Pay-per-view Sunday. See y'all then. And walk off.
Exactly. Just have him come out and do some stupid shit.
I mean, that he come out fucking Monday, they said, and said Cena's coming next week and walked off.
Yeah.
And now there's so many gifs of him because he jumped off the stage like he was a happy little kid. There's so many gifs out there of him with these rappers and dance. I'm loving it. Like, it's hilarious. Mario. He's fucking Mario. Let's see here. Daniel Price says, I say again, his family runs the Jaguars and Fulham soccer team and can't handle either worth a damn. Little Tony's not good with responsibility or accountability. I can't argue that. And all the while, AEW is emulating WWE doing booking like they do, sports-based alternative, nothing like WWE. And that's true. They want to try to make it sports-based, but they're not,
You're starting a show that's all sports entertainment.
Right.
What did you think about Christian Cage's promo last night?
I didn't hear it. I didn't even listen to it. I was busy, man. I was running in and out, putting boards on the fence. They were cooking dinner.
He was talking about, they showed what happened after the show went off with Jungle Boy's sister and mom.
Yeah.
He said, I know what was going on with your mom, Jungle Boy. She had that little twinge in her eye. She wanted me to be your father.
Oh, shit.
He goes, I never wanted to be your father. I never wanted to be your father figure because your father's dead.
Oh, fuck. All righty then.
Fucking awesome.
He's always been good as a heel.
Christian Cage was on point last night, and the crowd ate that shit up.
And that's my thing. When he came into TNA and he was a heel, I loved him. That was the best version of Christian that we ever got. And I was kind of let down when they built up, oh, he's the best. He's so good. He's Hall of Fame worthy. And they brought him in, and it was Christian Cage, and I was like, yeah, not really unless he's a heel. And they make him a babyface, and I'm like, nah, not going to cut it. Now that he's heel, maybe we'll get some fucking Hall of Fame worthy shit. Because that's when I love Christian Cage, is when he's a heel. When he's out there being an asshole, that's what I love about Christian Cage. When he's a babyface, it's just not worth watching unless he's tagging up with Edge. And I hate to say that, but he can't carry himself unless he's a heel. And that was one reason I love being a heel, because I can come up with shit on the fly like that. Always did, always will. Come up with something smart ass to say to cut somebody down. But I'm not one of those, and this is something, and I don't know what you think of it, but when a guy comes out, I'm going to kill you, I'm going to break your fucking neck, I'm going to rip your goddamn arms off, and all this other, I can't stand that.
No, because guess what? You're not killing nobody.
Right.
That you ain't going to do this, you ain't going to do that too. So say something that's
right.
At the possibility that can be done.
Right. Let's see. Roman Reigns versus Lesnar going to be last man standing match at SummerSlam, and Christian Cage as a heel was class. Remember the time? Remember the Team Cage versus AJ Styles and Impact? Yes. That was some of the best work I've seen from Christian Cage. And if Lesnar and Roman's going to be a last man standing, that's going to be interesting. I don't think either one of them's going to fucking lay down. They got big egos. All Jungle Boy has to say to Christian is this: you know what's deader than my dad? Your chances of ever being bigger than Edge. That's fucking great. Dude, we got to get this kid a writing job. I love it. I need this kid's number. We got to get him a fucking writing job. I like this Daniel Price guy. I don't know who you are, but man, you need to be a fucking writer. That's good shit.
We need you to start writing our shows.
Right? Somebody's got to do it. I'm tired of it. Nah, I'm kidding. It ain't that bad. But, I mean, I could go out there, and I've said it before, and I'll say it again, and I'd say it to Tony Khan's face legitimately. I could do what he can't. I could go out there and take some of these WWE guys off for a little bit and make stars out of some of these guys that you have that have been there for a minute and really make it matter. Does Darby Allin need Sting to get over? No, he doesn't. Darby Allin was doing just fine on his own. Why they brought in Sting and put Sting with him, I don't know, because they have nothing alike other than the fucking face paint. I don't ever remember Sting being a daredevil. If you want to pair, and here I go shooting from the hip here, but if you want to pair Darby Allin up with a daredevil person, pair him up with Jeff Hardy, because that's who he reminds me of.
Yeah, we can't do that.
And we can't do that because Jeff, he's facing his own fucking legal battle. But I mean, I'm just saying there's so much shit that they're doing in AEW, and I'm glad Sting gets to come back and have some matches and all that shit. But I mean, it's like Ric Flair's last match. Let's jump completely off topic here. Ric Flair's going to Nashville, Tennessee, and they're going to
start off at the fairgrounds.
Started off at the
and
fairgrounds.
Now they're going to
the Municipal
Auditorium.
Because they've sold out and they're trying to sell more tickets. Will it get moved again? And you asked a very good question. You asked me the other day. You messaged me and said, do you think they can get 10,000 people in there for Flair's last match? I mean, God, who knows? It's Ric Flair, for one. He's going to draw. People,
they're fixing to start naming matches this week.
Right. There's older people that love Ric Flair, but there's also all these other people that are going to be involved. Plus, Rock and Roll Express is going to be there, and you're in Nashville, the heart and soul of where the Rock and Roll Express was really hot back in the day. That Mid-South area.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting.
It's going to be interesting. And once they start naming matches, they may have to move the arena again.
It's going to be guys, from what I'm understanding, it's going to be guys from all types of companies.
Right. They're gonna get probably no WWE guys unless they're not not contracted. But
how about let's throw out a shout out to Blake Christian?
Yes, Blake Christian,
a local guy from our area,
Jackson, Tennessee.
is going one-on-one
with John Moxley.
with John Moxley for the GCW World Title,
Yeah,
July 29th.
I actually was working on getting everything together to promote that next week on the show. That's a big deal. I mean, he started out Memphis Wrestling. He was on there, son. That was my first taste of Blake Christian, was seeing him on the Memphis Wrestling stuff that you told me about on their YouTube channel. And then the next thing I know, he appears on GCW, and he's hotter than ever. We got a couple of comments here. We got don't know why this popped up, but last year, don't know if you guys remember Jerry the King Lawler versus Enzo Amore in a casket match. Was that in Jackson?
I can't remember where that was at.
I remember him and Lawler having the match. Daniel Price said, "I'd rather."
I watched it.
Okay, so then it was close to you then. Price says, "I'd rather Sting not get paralyzed or die on TV because of some scrawny kid with a death wish." That is fucking great. That is true. I've got to throw that up there. Sting jumping off the fucking balcony through tables is a little too much. Have you ever spoke to Ryback? As sometimes he speaks right. I mean, would love to see you interview Jim Cornette, and Flair reckons he fell out with Jay Lethal. Flair reckons he fell out with Jay Lethal. I thought Flair and Jay Lethal were training together. That's who Flair's been training with.
But what I understand, Flair don't want Lethal on the show.
Really?
Yeah.
What the fuck? That's weird because him and Jay Lethal that's who he's been training with. I don't know if it's Jay's ring or if it's Flair's ring, but I know Flair and Jay have been spending a lot of time together getting him back in ring shape. Blake Christian just had a match with Jay Lethal on AEW Dark. Really? Huh. I don't know. I do not know. I did not know that Flair and Jay got into it at all. I didn't know Christian had a match on Dark. I'll have to go check that out because I'm sure if he took on Jay Lethal, I see him being in AEW before it's all over with. Blake Christian is, man. I always say when I talk about GCW, I know we don't talk about it a lot. Because you don't watch GCW like I do. But when I talk about GCW, I talk about Blake Christian. I talk about Nick Wayne. I talk a lot about Gringo Loco. I talk a lot about Jack Cartwheel and a couple of other guys. His name's Jack Cartwheel. It was Cartwright, and apparently people started chanting Cartwheel because he did cartwheels a lot, so he changed his name to Jack Cartwheel. And he's really good. He had a match with John Morrison, tore the house down. Speaking of John Morrison, he'll be taking on Gringo Loco in singles action at a GCW show coming up real soon. There's a whole list of GCW shows coming up that are going to be just fucking, in my opinion. Some of the matches will be incredible. Some of the matches will, they'll be good, but they won't be like top-notch good. There's always some matches on the GCW show, that kind of let me down, but then there's some that just really blow my fucking mind. Like here at their show, it's called Dead on Arrival. It'll be June 30th. They're bringing in Alex Shelley to take on Jordan Oliver and Nick Wayne in a triple threat match. So that will be good. And then, of course, yes, the Rock and Roll Express match where they're taking on the Rejects. I figure that'll be a pretty decent match. I figure it'll get a little crazy. That's great. Waiting for Morrison to go wrestle in China and be known as Johnny Chung. That's funny. He changes his name for every fucking company he goes to. It's ridiculous. 1 minute he's Johnny Elite, 1 minute he's Johnny Game Changer. Then when he's in Mexico, he's Johnny
Hardy.
Yeah, Johnny Hardy, and then Johnny Caballero or some shit. July 15th was the show that you mentioned. I'm trying to get my there we go. I think this is the right one. Nope, not the right one. Where is my Game Changer? There it is. I'm trying to get my list up. Can't be as mad as Scarlett. Oh, man, did you hear about Scarlett doing the bra and panties match?
Excuse me.
Scarlett Boudreaux did a bra and panties match. She shoved a dildo up a dude's ass and beat a dude in a bra and panties match.
I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing her in a bra and panty match.
That's what I said. Why couldn't we have gotten her in the bra and panties instead of the fucking dude? I didn't want to see his ass hanging out of the thong. Friday, July 15th, Tony Deppen versus Commander. I like this Commander kid. Don't know much about him, but what I've seen of him, he's fucking great. We've got Gringo Loco versus Johnny Game Changer. That will be a very good match. Gringo Loco taking on Johnny Game Changer, which is John Morrison, of course, if you hadn't figured it out yet. That'll be a good match. Joey Janela versus Kevin Blackwood. Joey Janela has a bit of a violent mean streak here lately. Now, he has lost to a 72-year-old man the other day in Action Mike Jackson, who beat him. He's lost to a woman recently as well. So, fairly interesting to see what happens with him and Kevin Blackwood. Then you got Alex Zane versus Titus Alexander. Talking about Dead on Arrival. I think the most interesting match to me will be the Alex Shelley and them. Let's see. Morrison goes to Africa. Johnny, Ethiopia. Oh, I love it. Daniel Price is over here writing good shit. Dredd says, by the way, 1 hour and 51 minutes till the Ric Flair last match conference. That's interesting. They're going to start announcing shit there. We'll be off the air before that hits. And then, of course, I mentioned the Rock and Roll Express versus the Rejects. That show is actually on July 3rd. Rock and Roll Forever is the title of that show. You'll have Joey Janela versus Cole Radrick. Cole Radrick's another one who is impressive as hell. He's really starting to develop into the deathmatch scene, but he can go in singles action. You got Dark Sheik versus Billy Starks that night. Nick Gage will be there. Nick Gage has not been in the ring in some time, as a matter of fact. I don't know if he is healing up from some injuries or what, but he did sign the contract with GCW. He's been doing a lot of commentary, comes out and announces some. But, they keep him a part of the show, but I haven't seen him wrestle in a long time. And then they're having their big 4th of July backyard wrestling for Bash. Now, this is an invitation-only event. There are no tickets available for sale. There have been no matches announced for this show. It will be streamed on Fight, so you will get footage of it on Dynasty of Wrestling. Yes, Low Key is taking on Lance Dorado at House of Glory Vendetta on the 25th. I do watch House of Glory every now and then, but they're not as entertaining as what they were. But the Backyard Wrestling 4, and then, of course, August 13th and 14th, GCW's Homecoming. They'll have a number of different women there. Also, Back to the Bay, Sunday, July 17th. Blake Christian will take on Titus Alexander, which should be a good match. Nick Wayne versus Kevin Blackwood should be interesting. Of course, we talked about in No Signal in the Hills. This one here really caught my eye. They will be in St. Louis July 1st at Pop's Nightclub it's not going to be in St. Louis. It's going to be in Illinois. But Joey Janela is taking on Davey Richards. I feel like that'll be really, really good. And I think Joey Janela will probably get his ass kicked because I know Davey Richards is fucking hard hitter. Effie, who is a huge, huge fan. I love Effie. Cracks me up. Great character. He's taking on Delirious. Blake Christian versus Gringo Loco. That will tear the fucking house down. That will probably be match of the night. I figure this match here will be bloody and brutal. Alex Colon versus Cole Radrick. Then you got Too Cold Scorpio taking on Alley Catch. And then, of course, the match that everybody's looking forward to, Friday, July 29th at the Nashville Fairgrounds. It will be part of StarCast. So I'm wondering if it'll be part of, is it going to be part of the Ric Flair show, or is this going to be a separate show? I don't know how this is going to work out. But anyway, Friday, July 29th, you're going to get John Moxley taking on All Heart Blake Christian. for the GCW World Championship. How'd you like that shit?
Good stuff.
Good stuff. And then, of course, you got Joey Janela versus the Psycho Clown on that show as well. Those are the only two matches that have been named. The title of this show cracks me up because it is called The People versus GCW. But yeah, that man, they've got a shit ton of stuff coming up. GCW is all over the place, trying out new territories, going back and forth, doing their homecoming. I look forward to watching their big backyard bash that they're doing. Break Christian versus Mox is July 29th. The main event for TNA Against All Odds 2022 has been arranged or announced as Josh Alexander versus Joe Doring. Should be interesting. St. Louis joined the Witness Protection Program and now lives in Illinois. That makes sense.
Yeah, I'm going to show you something.
What you going to show me? What is that? Goldberg? There it is. Once Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam is done, he's coming, and you know it. There it is. Goldberg's coming. It's been made official. It's all over Facebook. Woo! Oh, man. HH says that he thinks All Heart's going over. That could be a possibility. I mean, Jon Moxley has been GCW champion since he won it off of Matt Cardona at one of the earlier shows this year. And y'all can make fun of me all you want. I say Cardona, whatever. I don't give a fuck what his name is. I'd punch him in his over 10 dick. I don't care.
I hear he's having surgery.
Yeah, he's having surgery on his pec as well. But he had to forfeit the NWA title, so I figure he'll get a shot at it when he comes back. Trevor Murdoch, now two-time NWA World Champion. Trevor's actually going to be here in New Orleans at a show. They're doing a Wildcat wrestling show at some bar here in New Orleans. I can't remember. I was told about it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I'm like, nah, I'm probably not going to be there.
I've done a few of those kind of shows.
Right? It's going to be a very X-rated show. I was like, I can't bring the kids, and so unless I got a babysitter, I won't be there. But if I have a babysitter, I will gladly fucking come. But definitely looking forward to all the GCW action. Just so much going on. Looking forward to Forbidden Door on Sunday. Would love to hear some fan input on who they think's going over on some of the Forbidden Door matches. Looking forward to that. Really interested in seeing what happens with WWE coming up now that Triple H is back in control in NXT. Now that Stephanie's, heading the ship up. John Laurinaitis has been replaced as head of talent by Bruce Pritchard.
And there's people not liking that.
There are people that are fucking pissed. They do not want Bruce Pritchard in charge of talent. Yeah, it's a tough time to be an employee of WWE. That's like people are saying, we've been told that Sasha Banks has been released, but other people are saying, oh no, she's still with the company. I don't believe that for a second. I
think she's done with the company.
She's done. Now it did crack me up. Somebody made a little meme the other day and put it up that she would be debuting with AEW as Snoop Dogg's cousin. I thought that was pretty petty. But if that's what she wants to go by, that's her business. But I don't think she'll be going to AEW. I think she will take some time off. I think she'll focus on her acting career because she really enjoyed being a part of Disney's Mandalorian with the Baby Yoda character and all that stuff in it. She really had a blast doing that. I heard her talk about that. So I figure she'll focus on some of her acting career. But there's a lot going on. I mean, you sit back and think about it. We're, a week away? A week away from Money in the Bank or so?
Next weekend. 8-9 days.
Right.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. This kind of goes in all walks of life and all jobs. If you don't like your fucking job, get the fuck out.
Amen.
If you don't like it, you don't like being there, you don't like who's in charge, then get the fuck out. Nobody told me there. me tell you what's holding you there. You.
Your damn self. The paycheck. Your lack of confidence in going
If it's
to do
one of
something.
these things that if you could live off of what you make, what you got saved up for the moment, then
Right.
get the fuck out.
Oh, I wish my back would pop.
Man, let me tell you, my back has been bothering me all week long. And then it's probably because then my sister texts me yesterday, tells me, she goes, little birdie tells me you're getting old as fuck. And I'm like,
Yeah.
thanks. And then she
Right.
turns around, I can't wait. I'm coming over Sunday to see it. I said, okay, just remind me because I'm old as fuck. I'll probably forget.
Yeah, that's me. I can't remember shit. I mean, my brother-in-law's birthday was yesterday. Your birthday's today. That's like mom and them's birthdays in November, but I can't remember whose is what day because they're like back to back, mom and grandma's. I try to forget mine every year because I don't want to get older. I think if I forget it, I just won't get older. Yeah, it is what it is. HH here says Cardona is always betting off Cody. Um, yeah, he has to be like Cody. I will say that much. Cody tore his tricep, bicep, whatever. Matt had to go do it. I mean, it's pretty shitty that you got to go fuck yourself up to be just like Cody, but it is what it is. It's Matt Cardona. He's a joke. I'm just kidding. I like Matt Cardona. Don't get me started.
Oh, the
No,
man's got heat.
the bank.
He's got heat. The man's got heat.
Oh yeah, I thought you said the bank. I was like, what bank? Who got heat? What? Thought you called a pastor a bastard in a bank. I'm losing it. Oh man. Oh, I got sunstroke. No, I mean,
So I was, let's talk a little
go
bit
ahead.
about my Memphis wrestling thing I did this past
There,
weekend.
yeah, let's do that. That'll be positive. We'll stay off the WWE shit.
So Dustin Starr come to me.
Right.
I mean, I reached out to him and asked him if I could record the whole show
Right.
for my channel. And he came to me Saturday and said, "Hey, do you mind if I use your stuff too?" He said, "And I'll give you credit." He said, "Because the guy that was supposed to come record from the TV,
Did
he had some incident that happened at home, flooded his house, shit like that, and he
damn.
couldn't come." And I told Dustin, go right ahead. He's more than welcome to.
Right.
So I'm just waiting to see what he posts, how he posts it. Because I mean, I don't edit.
Right.
He is. So we'll see how much he uses and see what he does.
Right. Right. And that's my thing is I need to find somebody that lives close to me that knows how to edit stuff and can come down here and sit down with me and do a tutorial on how to edit and work with me, or
Well,
find
give me
somebody that's
time.
willing.
Give me time. I've got something working right now,
Oh yeah,
and I'm having to buy that stuff.
yeah,
And
yeah. What?
yeah, I got some pretty cool shit coming up. It's going to happen. We're shooting for September.
Sounds good. The other thing that me and you have talked about that we are kayfabing my wife on that we've mentioned here on the show, but we haven't really gone into detail. Where are we at on that?
I don't know, man. The more and more I'm going each day, hell, I don't know if I can even make it out of the bed half the time.
I feel you. I
So if
feel
we go
you.
to do that, I mean, we might both fucking
We may both be
those
sitting in the
feed
fucking
tubes for the
hospital
rest of
next
our
to each
lives.
other.
Lieutenant Dad, ice
I need.
cream.
Look, I can't make no leg jokes. Let me tell you, my stepbrother, dude, and it's heartbreaking. Me and my stepbrother weren't never really close. Uh, you know that me and my stepfather had a very trying past.
It's just the brother that's in the hospital right now.
Yes, they cut off both of his legs.
I've been talking to Sarah about
Yeah,
that.
It's turned into a real rough situation, and I caught myself the other day, and I had to stop myself because I almost made a Lieutenant Dan joke. talking to my wife about it. I was like, he need new legs, man. He gonna have to get new legs. And I said, I'm fucking young. I'm going to hell, so I had to stop myself. I mean, I'm praying for him. I hope it all works out. But from what my sisters told me, it ain't looking good. So,
I talked to her a little bit about it, and
I got to be nice.
I've always left that door open for her if she needs me.
Right.
Because we've all been family, so
You sound like
she's put up with me a lot. Well, it's that fucking old age, and my body's hurting, right? Man.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is. I don't know why I'm hurting as bad as I am.
I tell you, if it wasn't for you, I don't think I'd still be here today.
There ain't no reason for us to get on here and start crying.
We ain't gonna cry. Ain't gonna cry. Did you know Matt Riddle's like 83-3 in his MMA career?
No, I really didn't know much about him in his MMA career, but
I didn't either. But I was looking.
You knew how much he annoyed the fuck out of me.
I know.
And this RKO shit, this rated R. Well, what the fuck? What RK Bro shit started. And then Orton took into it. Then I was like, well, if Orton can take into it and get to like him, let me see what happens. And I got to watching their shit, and then it's great watching Riddle try to do the Orton shit.
Oh, I know it is.
And then watching Orton do the fucking real shit.
Yes. And I think the line of the whole fucking thing was, bro, RK Bro 420 just smoked your ass. I will never forget that line. It was so great. So we got some breaking news here. This is interesting, man. I almost choked on it. In the wake of WWE's investigation of Vince McMahon over hush money he paid to keep an affair with an employee quiet, a number of law firms have begun to try to capitalize. WWE's share price took a dip after the news broke. 5 groups who had already begun searching for investors who lost money over the news, to include in potential class action lawsuits. No lawsuits have officially been filed, but the number of firms looking into the matter is now growing as 2 additional law firms have joined the search. It appears, though, such groups see the opportunity for lucrative legal action as Pramazanta Law Firm and Morka PLLC are the latest to start an investigation into a potential suit against WWE. Value of WWE stock, yes, it has significantly fucking dropped. Trust me. Especially.
Do you know who he? Okay. Have you heard who he's supposed to gave the hush money to?
No.
Okay, you ready?
It was a paralegal. I know that much, but who?
No, it wasn't a paralegal.
Oh shit! So they were wrong.
No, the paralegal was the one that got the raise.
Okay.
From what I read, I can't remember who put it out there, but they're saying that it's possibly Rosa Mendez.
What?
And if that's true, that shit's been a long time ago.
Yeah, that's been. Damn, she ain't even been with the company. God. But here's the thing. Like we've touched on, they found.
But, I mean, I would have hit it too, so.
Yeah, no shit. I mean, it is what it is. But they found this payoff, and apparently the board of directors leaked it. And they started investigating, and now they're finding others. That's the problem here. Your board of directors leaked it? Why? Is someone doing
and you're on the board, and you are on the board.
Right.
Like, it's time to start firing some motherfuckers.
No shit. Like, is this a power play? Is this them trying to get the 70-something-year-old man to step down permanently? Is
bail
this somebody
out
trying
and
to
give it to somebody
take over?
else?
Like, who the fuck leaked it that was on the board? Because This is supposed to be your closest group of allies, the board of directors of your company. And they leaked this shit.
Look, I think we know some of them. You know, we've announced them last week, I believe.
Right.
I did. And you got Nick Khan, you got Triple H, you got Stephanie. Those are pretty close folks there for you.
So here's my question then. Let me get the microphone in here real good. Do you think Hunter released this shit so that he could get NXT back and Stephanie could take over?
Where the fuck is Shang?
I know, right? Like, what are we doing here? We're gonna tell everybody that Daddy's a fucking man whore and he's paying bitches $3 million. I'm at a loss for fucking words. Like, I don't understand. And the more I try to stay away from it and not be drawn into this bullshit media frenzy that they're having, the more I just want to watch. Like, it's made CNN news now. It's making Fox News now. Like, it's, you know, it's...
Look, it's drawing fucking ratings.
Oh, and it is because, like I said, SmackDown went from like 1.2 million to like 2.4 million or some shit. Just because he come out at the start of the show and said, as it says in that opening, then now forever together, and walks off.
Yeah, he turns around and he goes, remember, together.
Yeah,
and we will always be together.
All right, and then just walks off. I mean,
welcome to Friday Night SmackDown. I mean, this is going to be fucking great.
I mean,
look, Vince McMahon's been doing this shit for years. He beat the fucking federal government. You think he's fucked up about... That's what I've been telling
people. You can't...
You think he's fucked up about his own board members?
He don't give a shit.
He's the head of creative now.
Right? I mean...
well, fuck you. I will just make myself head of creative.
Right.
And I'll be right here at my daughter's side pocket.
Stephanie, go fire somebody.
Fire this board member. It's time to read. It's time to find new board members.
No shit. I mean, God. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous.
Daniel Price just said something. What's he say?
Where? Oh, it says Vince showed up on the shows, was a verbal middle finger to everyone. He brought his way out of terrible things before. He'll do it again. Amen. He's bought his way out of terrible things before.
And the thing is, this ain't nobody's fucking business.
It ain't, man. I mean, that's...
If he wants to go... Woman. It ain't like we going to go out and... I mean, we can't afford to give nobody no hush money. We just got to hope.
Right, no shit.
We don't piss them off.
Right. Hey, can I hit that? Just don't tell my wife. I mean, that's what we got. But Vince has got, hey, I got 3 million, bitch, come blow me. Okay, so here's my point on that. Should the board be punished for opening their mouth about his personal business? Because now at first I was told, and at first the rumor was it was company money that he used. Now I'm being told it's personal money.
Okay, nobody fucking say nothing about that except Linda.
Right. That, I mean, if it's
the kids can't say nothing.
Now the only thing
kids are grown up.
Right, and she don't live with him anyway. They live in two separate. They're still married, but they don't live. They don't live together.
The only person that should have a say so in it is Linda.
Right.
And if they're not even, and if they wasn't together at the time, it didn't fucking matter.
Right.
They're not going to get divorced. If they do, I'll be surprised.
Right.
I mean, they're almost 80. They're almost 80 years old. Ain't nobody gonna get no fucking divorce.
No. Hell
and Vince is gonna stay in there, fucking jacking up, fucking 1,000 pounds of squats, and then turn around and sling the dang-a-lang, and you just shut the fuck up. And let me tell you something.
Oh shit!
I wished if I'm a 77 years old man, I hope I can still sling the dang-a-ling, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, brother, I feel you. Okay, like I
ain't gonna apologize for it.
No, and he shouldn't fucking have to. I mean, it's like Bill Clinton getting his dick sucked in the White House by the
Ain't nobody's
intern.
business.
It ain't your fucking business.
It just in
These
case,
lawyers that are trying to sue WWE, they probably getting it from their fucking secretary when their wife's not home. So go fuck yourself. Stay out of their business. The only thing they can maybe get Vince McMahon on here, okay, because they can't sue him for the fact that the stock's crashing. He can't control that. He can't control that. I mean, we all want to blame Joe Biden because he's a fucking idiot, but he really can't control the fact that the stock's crashing either. That's
he can't affect. He's really not even affecting the gas price.
Right. So
he didn't help none by cutting off the oil,
the Russian, or the pipeline, whatever.
The pipeline coming from Canada.
But the point is, with Vince McMahon, about the only thing they can get his ass on is maybe giving that one bitch the raise. And I don't see where they can really get him on anything with that. I mean, employees get raises all the time.
Well, I'd like to have one.
And no shit, go suck your boss's
dick. Not the way he did it.
Raise.
No, he won't. He won't. I promise you. Not that I know that personally, but
I was fixing to say, hey, bro, you been down there with him? No, man. I mean, seriously though. I mean, what can they really do about this? This is his business, his personal life, and they're trying to bury the man. I feel like every so often they try to bury Vince McMahon, and they come up and cook up some of these stupid ass things. I mean, the steroid thing, I get it. You don't want people doing steroids. You don't want them dying. So they had to enforce the drug code and all that shit. But, it just, you just can't. People get so fucking sue happy. What the fuck you going to do? I mean, you can't just sue over anything. I mean, there's people out there suing their own damn family. So if Triple H if he did leak this and he did cause all this drama just to get back in NXT, which I don't think he did, because I don't think Triple H is that kind of person. But, I mean, I don't know. I mean, this is it going to blow over? Does it go to court? Do we end up with a lawsuit? Does Vince stay permanently stepped down? How long is this shit going to drag out? Because Vince is going to milk it until the cow fucking dies.
Well, now he's got time to slip in the shillelagh a few more times a week.
Oh shit, that's great. Slip in the shillelagh a few more times. Well, I mean, yeah, he ain't having to do it all. But I mean, shit, it is what it is. I mean, I don't know. Anybody got any questions?
I think Nick Khan leaked it.
I do too. I think Nick Khan was making a play for power.
Yeah, because he's been moving on up.
I really do. I think he's been making a play for power. So see, HH said I think Nick Khan leaked it. Flair said Nick Khan is an SOB running the company when he got fired. Could possibly be. I think Nick Khan has, they're, it is what it is. I mean, Nick Khan may be wanting that power. Is he, we've said he's not related to Tony Khan, but they may be, there may be something going on. Yeah, there may be some.
I don't think there's any relation, but
there may be some con man work going on, though. Let's see. Daniel Price said, or maybe a lot of people are too busy marking out for Vince and wrestling. They're willing to ignore the fact he's a POS and keep enabling him to be a POS. Now, I'm not going to say that Vince is not a POS. I will jump on that real quick. I don't want to enable him to do anything, okay? I mean, I'm saying it's his business, that it's his personal money. But if he is using his power to abuse the situation, then that's not appropriate. You never want someone in power to abuse that situation. I mean, the fact that
it's your personal money when you go to the strip club and throw them dollar bills out there.
That's right. Make it rain, baby. Make it rain.
He's just making it really fucking tornado-like.
He's flooding
symptoms
that bitch like it's a hurricane.
That's right.
Oh shit! $3 million, boy! I could fix a lot of hurricane damage with that. Hey, Vinnie Mac, give me a call, baby.
You'll suck your dick.
No, I won't. I'll hook him up with my mother-in-law. She's single. She's old. He can have it.
And they won't tell.
Right? I'll sign an NDA. I won't say a fucking word. But no, I mean, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it's okay for him to. I mean, there's been okay. You look at the history of pro wrestling. There's been a lot of dirty shit done.
There's a lot of whores in this business.
I ain't gonna lie, there's a lot of fucking whores in this business. I mean, you think about the Moolah incident where she was pimping out her girls. You think about the rats. You think about all kinds of shit, drugs. You think about the Brody incident where he got stabbed in the locker room. Apparently, there's been a number of guys died in Puerto Rico by mysterious ways. So I mean, you've got. There's always been shit in the wrestling business that has been not so kosher in the real world. So, to think that Vince, and like I said, they're investigating. They're still investigating at this moment, they say. But they found other instances where he's paid people off. Now, I don't know if all the payoffs were his personal money, if some of it was company money. The paralegal got a pay raise. She went from $100,000 a year to $200,000 a year. I mean, if he wanted to give her a fucking $100,000 a year pay raise, that's his business. I mean, maybe she was doing a good job. Maybe she got down on her knees under the desk. We don't know.
Maybe she's more flexible than the rest of you bitches.
I don't know, right? I mean,
you just fucking jealous.
We know he's a dirty old man, okay? I mean, he fucking tongue kissed Trish right on national TV at the pay-per-view in front of his wife and all that shit. Stacy Keibler gave him a lap dance. Lucky some bitch had them long legs all over him on TV. I mean, who wouldn't book that shit if they were the boss? You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something.
Stacy Keibler wants to have them long legs on me. She can come
I
on
did
over.
that with some trashy looking women too, so fuck it.
I knew that shit was coming. You was an awful son bitch, I swear.
I mean, I didn't book them, but yeah. I did book it.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Anybody got any more questions? I think we're gonna get ready to wrap it up for the day, and Titanic's gonna go celebrate his birthday. I'm gonna go take a poo and a pee.
I ain't got shit to do for another hour and a half.
Oh, you got a doctor's appointment. That's right. I got to go work on some more fence. We have a piece back here that's leaning backwards that I've got to pull it up and screw it in together.
Tell the kids to go out there and hold it, and tell them you'll be out there when they get there.
Right? It'll take them all fucking day to get out there. You know.
I know.
And I got swamp knees in the backyard. These almost cypress swamp knees sticking up. Got them in the way. Got to cut some of them out.
So are we playing football this year?
Huh?
Are our boys playing football this year?
Ashton will never play football. He made that clear that he did not want to play football. He is more interested in being in a band or playing video games. Riley wants to play football, but because of his age, there's not a football team available.
How the fuck not?
Well, some of the schools, when COVID hit, took a lot of the sports out.
Gotcha.
And they haven't brought them back because they either don't have the employees to coach the teams and shit like that. Now, there is like a homeschool team. We signed Peyton up for their cheerleading last year. She's actually going to be cheerleading for the school this year, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. And
that's awesome.
Riley is going to be, depending on which, however the cookie crumbles, we're going to try to be getting him on football either this year or next year. I was actually going to go with some of the coaches and get my coaching training done and help coach. They went and met with Nick Saban. We've met with one of the coaches from Baylor University. Actually, we met with the head coach of Baylor. They were going to go. We were going to go do some seminars with Nick Saban, and then I started having more health complications. So I'm not able to travel by myself because of dizzy spells, different things like that. And so the doctor's been working on getting me medicated right to where I can go back to doing what I need to do. So I'm getting back to normal though. I've been doing a lot of travel myself here lately, so hopefully later on I'll be all right to do what I need to do. But we're I got a doctor's appointment Monday, so that hopefully that's with my spinal doctor, my neck and back spinal doctor. So hopefully that will help change the outlook on a lot of things. So hoping that next Monday is good news. I doubt it, but I mean, there's no cure for deteriorating discs, so hopefully maybe they can go in and replace them with artificial discs, something. I don't know. Maybe there's something. There's so much shit out there these days. There's got to be something that they can do to kind of help make it easier on me, to be not as painful or anything like that. But it is what it is. So I guess no more questions. I don't see any comments coming in right now. Check out madrabbit.com. Code Divine20 saves 20% off. Appreciate everybody who's been going over and doing that. Rep Sports code Divine10 saves you money, because I don't exactly know the percentage. It's either 10 or 20% off there as well. Also, if you want to contact us at Divine Dynasty 22 or at With Deck on Twitter, make sure you go and subscribe to our YouTube channels, On Deck with Titanic and Dynasty of Wrestling on YouTube. We are always available to chat it up. If you want to shoot us a message on Twitter, if you want to, if you shoot us a message on Twitter, we'll probably give you our Facebook account if you want to join us on Facebook too. I have a Facebook, Dynasty of Wrestling has a Facebook page. You have a Facebook page, don't you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. So
you catch me better on that one.
Okay. So catch this dipshit over on Deck with Titanic at Facebook. Y'all can catch me at Twitter, Instagram. No, I'm kidding. I don't have Instagram. Maybe I do have Instagram. Hell, I don't know. I FaceTimed my mother on Instagram yesterday, so I guess I have Instagram. I don't know.
You have Instagram because you post on it all the time.
Oh, do I? I post on Facebook. Maybe. Oh, okay. What it is when I post pictures on Facebook, it posts them to Instagram for me. So I ain't do it. Yeah, because I remember that now. I know what you're talking about. My wife set it up that way because
I the foreigners.
Yeah, I didn't ever do that. But Man Forbidden Door is Sunday. Not happy with them running.
Are you paying for it this week, or am I having to pay for it? Good.
It's already paid for. If you need the login information, just let me know.
I will definitely do that.
You do that. I will not be recording it for the YouTube channel, as they will copyright claim me and be assholes.
Well, I'm surprised if we had seen Tony or Vince or.
Well, after the bot got busted, I think he kind of gave up.
He did.
Yeah,
we busted his ass.
Huh?
We busted his ass.
Yeah, we busted him out of the bot. He gave up. I'm telling you, he's a pudding tang. He couldn't handle it. But guys, that's it. I'm out. Titanic's out. He's fixing to head over to the Diz Doctor. He's about to go get his nuts cut.
Not on my birthday, I'm not.
Oh, that face, man. That was fucking worth it. He's not getting his nuts cut. Vince McMahon needs his nuts cut, apparently. So we're going to get off here. If you got any questions, submit them to us. If you got any topics.
Next week on Monday Night Raw, we're going to find out that Vince has got a new bastard child.
Oh, dear Jesus. That'll be the next angle they do.
And this time it ain't Hornswoggle.
I'm Rodney McMahon. How you doing? Daddy, where's my cut? I'm going to fucking show up and be like, hey, I'm your bastard child from 10 years ago, you son of a bitch. Where's my cut, you son of a bitch? I use fucking my mom. Oh, God, I can just imagine the people coming out with that one. Oh, dear Lord, they're going to be coming out going, that son of a bitch fucked my mom, that's my daddy, and I want my cut of the profits. I don't blame them, I do too. Send me my check, Vince.
Make sure you take your belt with you so you can say, look, Daddy, I'm a champion too.
Right. See, I'm a champion. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. He's Titanic. I'm Divine. We cross every line we can. We don't fucking censor shit. We say what we think. Tune in there again next week on Thursday. Hell, if we feel froggy, we may do another one later on this weekend. Who knows? We're crazy. We're insane. We do what we fucking want. Something's Vince Kennedy McMahon. Wave that wiener around. We're out of here. Subscribe, motherfuckers. Subscribe.